time.
Okay, so now we're about to start a new project for the VVS clutch. This is the lipstick bag. Our clutches come in the white with the red lipstick, the black with the red lipstick, and the hot pink lipstick. Black container. We start these bags off by, of course, sandpapering down. I use a different color for the red, different color for the pink, and I use the same for the black. I've already sanded these ones down. I'm going to sand this one down next. Once we've sanded them down, I use the alcohol pad to clean them off, and I let it air dry, and I just make sure that it's already dusted off. So this one has been sanded. You'll see the scuffs, and it's been alcohol wiped. This one has been sanded, but it has not been alcohol wiped, and this one hasn't been touched at all. When I'm sanding, I'm going to make sure to get in between the grooves as well, because I want to make sure that I get every surface just to make sure that the stones will adhere. So I can start off by sanding the surface that way, and then in order to get into the grooves, I'll fold the sandpaper and then I'll go in between and do it that way. When I'm sanding the top, the lipstick portion, I kind of cup it like this, hold it around here. I'm not doing a good job at showing that. I'll hold it around, and then I'll just kind of twist in order to sand the circular surface or the curved rounded surface. So I'm going to go ahead and sand it, and then I'll go ahead and get started. I think for this project, I'll start off by doing the lipstick tips itself, because I do have a pretty fuchsia stone that I want to try for this one. And for these two, we're going to use the cyan red that came from Planet Rhinestone. Here's the fuchsia stones that I'm using from my Royal Radiance. I'm pretty sure that'll be more than enough. The only concern I have is that, am I going to be able to cover all the surface? I only have this size of the stone, which is about a 5mm. So I'm really hoping that I won't run into any problems where there's gaps. If I do have gaps, I'll fill them in with a smaller stone. I'll probably just have to order a smaller one. So we'll see how that goes. But I definitely want to use a pink stone for it. I don't want any stones to have like a different color showing. And then I've shown this in the video before. This is the Planet Rhinestone cyan red, which gives a beautiful, beautiful bling. Okay, so we've already started on our lipstick top. Like I said, it's been sanded. We put some glue. We're using E6000 adhesive for this one because it's a plastic surface, and I just want to try out the E6000 because of its jelly-like texture, and I thought it would be easier to work with instead of pouring a looser adhesive glue on top of there. As you see, we're using our stones from my Royal Radiance. They are the fuchsia colored stones. This actually was a free gift that she put into our package, and I was very happy to receive it because I hadn't even thought to order just a flat, I'm sorry, not a flat, but a plain color like fuchsia. Anytime I start any area of applying the jewels or stones, I like to create a border for myself. So you'll see that I've gone clear across. That was my first line, that going across the lipstick top. It's almost like putting a puzzle together. So you make your border line and you kind of work your way back, and you see that the stones will fit in better if you work your way back or work your way from an edge or a border. So I created that by going across the lipstick. And like I stated, using the E6000 was a really good choice for this project because it did not run. It wasn't so loose that it would like kind of roll down. You see that lipstick is at an angle, and using the E6000 gave me more time and more, that thicker consistency was better used for this type of surface. I'm going to start speeding this video up because, as you can see, this takes a lot of time. It's very time consuming to put each stone on there, and I can't even tell you how long this process took for me. Maybe I'll say it took me about 2 hours to get the very top portion done, and that would include the pink part there, the sides of the pink part of it, and that black circular border, or that black area that's beneath the pink part. So I'll start fast forwarding at this point. Now I wanted to point out that doing the border, it was going to be a difficult job. I didn't want to put all the pink stones down to the very bottom and then get stuck right there. I wanted to make sure I left a space, so I left like a row undone, and I switched over to using the black Planet Rhinestones to do that border area. So once again, those pink stones came from myroyalradiance.com, and those black stones came from planetrhinestone.com, and that black is in actually jet black, and I believe the size is SS6. I'm not sure, but it would be about a 2 millimeter stone. And those stones are, the smaller the stone, the more difficult it is to work with, because you're picking them up piece by tiny little piece, and it takes, of course, more time to fill up a larger space with a smaller stone. And if you'll just note how I put that E6000 on that surface, it did not slide, it did not drip. I think any other adhesive, any other glue would have kind of dripped or dribbled down the sides and would have been more difficult to work with when you have small spaces like that. So the E6000 was actually something that I saw the young lady on Life as a Whole Vibe on her YouTube page. I saw her use that for a couple of her projects. So thanks for the inspo and thanks for the tips. I do go and I look at her page a lot and get a lot of tips of how she does things and how she maneuvers certain projects, and she does inspire me to keep on going with my own projects. So shout out to the young lady at Life as a Whole Vibe. So we're going to once again go ahead and speed this video up. I'm literally changing the speed to 10 times fast because, like I said, it's a long and tedious process. All right, so now you can see that I finished the black area, the layer beneath the pink. I've gone around it entirely, and I've taken some time off of camera to just continue working at it. And here I am finishing that last open space of the pink. So that's what I'm working on right now. The camera is actually sped up maybe 5 to 6 times the speed, just to try to get in as much footage as possible without using up all you guys' time. So So off camera, I'm kind of just looking over my work, seeing if there's any empty spots or readjusting, pushing the stones here or there to make sure I fill up all these spaces. And this is how it looks. I'm going to cut the video here. You'll see me on the next video finishing up, and I'll move on to the next lipsticks. I'm trying to work on 3 projects at a time. So guys, stay tuned and follow for more. Thanks for watching.